It's Week 7 of the NFL. And up next is Demario Davis. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Saints and the Broncos under the lights on Thursday night.
As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop.
Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And here we go from New Orleans. Marvin Mims now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. Bringing them out to former number 2 overall pick out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And you could feel it, Kate. He wasn't content at any point of last week's game. As he led them to a win, he kept pushing higher and higher. 300 yards, 350, 400, and he was still thriving, driving the ball downfield as the game ended with a good bit over 400 yards. With his mindset, well, that's the minimum bar for him to attack this week.
And he's brought down for a loss. The rookie out of Alabama, there on the tackle. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kool-Aid McKinstry has the INT. And the Saints get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. Leading them out in year 11. He's played 15 or more games every season in the league. A real Iron Man, Derek Carr.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Another run for Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
He was taken down.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. So the Saints send out Blake Groupie for the try. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Mikatomni's kick is good. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And he has just shredded NFL defenses so far this season. You can see he's sitting second right now across the league in rushing yards. Here's Williams to start the drive. And defenders are there to get him at the line. And play wrapped up by Mario Davis. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Another run for Williams. And he gets him around 6 there. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3. Wilson now from the gun. Cut by Sutton. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry. 2nd and 6 coming up here. So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Willie Gay there on the tackle. The timeout now, staff out to attend to an injured player, and that's Javonte Williams shaken up. And we know he's dealt with a big injury before. Hopefully nothing serious this time. And the Saints go in nickel, 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
First down, Denver.
Working inside the red zone. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now it's 2nd down. Wilson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Into the hands of Dulcich. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This New Orleans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
Connects with Johnson. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Gotta figure out this third down here. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. This is complete to Olave. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. No return on that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Wilson to the air. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the man he was after. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's Wilson. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Now on 4th down, it's Trenton Gill out to kick it away. Back deep for the Saints is Rashid Shaheed. Surprisingly had to punt 5 times in last week's win, and he sends this away. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Saints will get set to take over. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Carr here from the gun. That's into the hands of Moreau. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. And he's got it, but didn't stay in bounds. Oh, hold on. There's a flag on the field, though. Let's listen. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. They kick the running back in motion. Carr now on 1st and 10. And that one's incomplete.
Well, that throw, Kate, pretty clean out of his hand. Just looked like it didn't get through the defense clean enough. Somebody tips it away and saves a potential completion.
Back to the air, Carr. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing again, it's Carr. This finds Moreau. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Sending a tight end in motion left. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out in the 3rd and short.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the season.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Saints break the tie here in the 1st. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown! So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Groupie's extra point is good. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Denver set to take the field on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Williams. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Willie Gay there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing is Wilson. Pass complete to Dulcich. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Give to Williams from the gun. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Wilson looking to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain. Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The Saints come marching onto the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. That one's incomplete over the middle.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Able to get it to Moreau. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 11. And the Saints are going to have a first down. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. It's a 10-3 ball game. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll run the toss to Kamara. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, Carr. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That play wrapped up by Mario Davis. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Wilson to throw it. Wow, wide open here, complete. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Things looking totally different after that last play. It's 1st and 10 inside the opposing 30. To throw, here's Wilson. Finds a man, Adam Troutman has it. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Play action, it's Wilson. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. Wilson now from the gun. He's on the move. He's running for it. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Bertolet able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Saints and running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Pistol snap to Carr. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Carr with it on 1st. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Trying again, following the sack. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. It's Carr. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Draw play. This is Williams. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Carr back to throw. He's got a man left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Broncos' 47-yard line.
Carr off the play fake. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
One of the tight ends in motion left. They go play action with Carr. Complete beyond the marker. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Carr here from the gun. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Handoff headed right. Kamara. Doesn't get much beyond the line. A yard at most. Brandon Jones up for the stop. And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Carr. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Ooh, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. So that brings up 4th and long. So the Saints send out Blake Groupie for the try. From 37 yards in the right hash. Mickey kick is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And look at this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. The Broncos returning their offense and this running back to the field. They're facing a 13-6 deficit as they take over. Williams now on 1st and 10. They'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. And play wrapped up by Mario Davis. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 33-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Wilson. Escapes the pocket. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
The New Orleans offense set to go now. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Kamara running out of the gun. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Carr setting to throw. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
A 47-yard attempt.
Mickey kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Give him the 1st half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. A handoff to Williams. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. This is Williams. He'll cobble together a yard there. Sent to the ground by Pete Werner. Give him a yard back on the play. Now it's 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
He's got this at the 27. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. Carr now on 1st and 10. Wilson's got it. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints with a chance to add to their lead. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 38. This is complete to Olave. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Short pass brought in. And that's good for a gain of 5. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing again. It's Carr. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Carr with it on 3rd and short. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Complete out to the right side. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Willie Gay there on the tackle. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 31. Complete to Mims. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. On 1st down, it's Wilson. Completed over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. Wilson now, 1st and 10. Mims with the grab. And he gets a small chunk there before he's touched down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing again, here's Wilson. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Wilson to throw again. That's caught for the first. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Denver first. So we're at halftime here in beautiful New Orleans. And it's the Saints who've got the lead as we head to the break. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Plenty of great games coming up in the next few days, starting with the last of our 3 London games. Pats and Jags from Wembley, early start, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, These guys are in for a battle, taking on the Carolina Panthers. And lastly, on Monday Night Football, another doubleheader. Ravens-Bucks at 8:15 Eastern, followed by Chargers-Cardinals from the desert 45 minutes later. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The New Orleans offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. And they really leaned on that passing game in the first half, Brock. Let's see if that emphasis continues to start the third. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Motioning left is their running back. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, speaking from experience here, what happens now with the 3rd sack allowed, especially on an early down like that, is that head coach and coordinator going to have a conversation? Okay, we got to fix this. Do we slide? Do we chip? Do we keep more people in? Because the one thing you can't do is keep getting your quarterback hit.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Counter give to Kamara. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. P.J. Locke getting there for the stop. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd and long for him here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. Fair catch called for and made a little shy of midfield. So here comes the Bronco offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Wilson now from the gun. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. Give him 13 on that play. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Dulcich hauls it in. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Tyrann Mathieu. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the 28. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. To throw, here's Wilson. Into the hands of Dulcich. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Going for it, it's Williams. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
So often, one of the things you have to teach running backs at the NFL level, you don't always have to hit a home run. Especially in short yardage situations, just go get that single and move the chains.
Pass taken in by Sutton. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Taking the handoff, now Wilson. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Bertolet able to knock it through. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a 3rd now. He's knocked through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they got to start running him out for some PATs.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. Carr with it on 1st. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air, Carr. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Carr throwing on 3rd. Trying for the deep ball. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one.
Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. They'll run here, following the penalty. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
The 5-yard line.
Another shot for Kamara. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Oh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
For the Saints field goal, a 23-yard attempt.
Mikatomny's kick is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Broncos offense all set to go. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Wilson with it on 1st. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Wilson to throw it. Pass complete to Dulcich. They're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. And he's got a free play here. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. After the penalty, 3rd and a yard coming up. Wilson. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
First down, Broncos.
A run with Williams. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 42. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Forced out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That's 2. Count them 2 drives that he has put to rest now. First with the interception, and this time a critical 3rd down sack. There's just some players on the field, they sense the moment defensively, and when they get the opportunity, well, they make the most of it.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. Here comes the Saints offense. And they settled for a chip shot field goal last time, Brock. You got to think they want to be able to finish it off and reach the end zone here. Kamara now on 1st and 10. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Carr here from the gun. This finds Moreau. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. P.J. Locke getting there for the stop. Broncos bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. From the shotgun, Carr. And down he goes. The Broncos got there. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Broncos get set to take over. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Wilson on 1st and 10. Finds Mims. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
Ball start. Offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. On play action now, Wilson. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 19-yard line.
Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They send a tight end in motion. Running it after the penalty. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Wilson's got it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
6-yard line.
Carr now on 1st and 10. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down after a short gain. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter on this Thursday night. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Carr. So this one on the defense.
Pass interference. Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. They give to Kamara, left side. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 45-yard line.
Throwing his car. Completed over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Pistol snap to Carr. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Running behind center with Kamara, and he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 47.
Looking to throw, Carr. To the left side and reeled in by Wilson. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds. And the Broncos are in the nickel for this 3rd down. Now Carr. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And this one sails out. No return on the punt.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic 1st down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a 1st down. Throwing from the gun. Olave with the catch. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They'll motion him out of the backfield. That's complete to Wilson. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
It's a New Orleans touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Groupie adds the extra point. And the Saints take a 3-possession lead. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Broncos are out for another look alongside QB Zach Wilson. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And it's going to be 2nd down. Wilson now from the gun. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Well, it's not a long walk to the new spot, but it is a disappointing one to make. Instead of third down, they're now defending 1st and 10. They'll have a new set of downs following that defensive penalty. On 1st down, it's Wilson. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Sticking in the air with Wilson. Into traffic, complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Once more, it's Wilson. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th.
1st down, Denver.
Wilson with it on 1st. Dulcich hauls it in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed left. Straight ahead with Williams. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And the Saints grab it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Now outruns their offense to take over. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Handoff headed right, Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the 2nd level. Well, someone from the 2nd level came to meet him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
They give on 2nd to Kamara. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Running back, motioning right. Carr throwing on 3rd. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. And that brings up 4th and long. Their punter making his way out now. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. 1st down throw from Wilson. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap for Wilson. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. It was there. He just couldn't corral it. So they're left facing 3rd and long. To throw. Here's Wilson. Dumped off to his running back. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Wilson to throw again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again. Here's Wilson. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he evades any kind of trouble, but only a short gain to show for it after sliding down. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Wilson looking to throw. It's taken in by Williams. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Facing a 4th and 12, but this offense is undeterred. From the gun, it's Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. Following that incompletion, we've got an injured player on the field in need of a look from the trainers. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They'll bring out the punter here. Lou Headley will kick it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Their offense running back out now. And after they were stopped on 4th down, their prior possession. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Here's Wilson to the air. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled for a short gain. Keeping that pace going as the clock continues to run. Throw is caught by the back. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. And absolutely no chance of getting the yards he needed. He's brought down well short, and they're going to turn it over on downs. Running left, this is Kamara. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They stay on the ground with Kamara. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line.
Taken down right at.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Counter give to Kamara. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line. So it's a win for the Saints. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Saints as we say so long from New Orleans.